Hello there. I just realized that it has been 13 months from the day that I'm recording this video that I posted my first video on YouTube of me doing this challenge. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to give a little update and just, see where I'm at, what I planned are for the future, let you guys know. First, I want to thank everybody that's followed along. I mean, most of you, I think, out there, you know me in real life, so I appreciate you just kind of supporting me and always your little comments when you talk to me about what you do in the video. And for those of you that I don't know in real life, I do appreciate you following along. I do like reading the comments when I get them. I know I'm not some big YouTuber and I'm not trying to be. This is just something I'm doing for fun, and I'm just kind of documenting it as I go on this journey on the internet because I just kind of wanted to. So, hey, I think we all need something that we can do for fun that brings us joy and pleasure. So, yeah, 13 months roughly. So a year, I'm going to say a little over a year. I realized today between the 5 cookbooks, that I thought maybe I was being a little ambitious. I don't regret it though. 5 cookbooks is a lot, but I don't regret doing the 5. There have been ups and downs. I will say that I've definitely enjoyed some recipes that I didn't think I would. I've had some frustrations where things didn't turn out the way that I hoped that they would, but I still overall find myself enjoying this, and I'm still really glad that I'm doing this challenge. I looked today, and I think I've completed roughly about 120 there are so videos uploaded of recipes I completed, and the total was like 333 recipes. So I'm a little bit more than a third through, and actually the time making this, I've probably got about 15 or 16 videos that you guys will be seeing soon because they're, either in the works ready to be uploaded or they need me to edit. So definitely more than a third of the way through and have a little under 200 recipes to go at this point. Now, as far as how I'm going to complete things, I kind of wanted to mention that. So right now, got some stuff off to the side here that I am very close to being done with this one. I think as of the day of I'm recording this, I've got like 8 more recipes to go for me to complete. There are a few that I've done that you just haven't seen the videos for yet. So 8 more for these to go. So this is definitely going to be the first one that I complete, and I am going to focus on making sure that I get this done. I will still work on a few of the other cookbooks, but this one's going to become a heavy focus. My second heavy focus is going to be the Disney Princess Healthy Treats Cookbook, because that one I can tell is going to be what I complete second. So my goal is to get both of these done by the end of 2025. So we'll see if it happens. This one definitely will. This one I'm going to push. I'm going to try. Based on my math, as far as like how many I've done and how many, there are out there, I'm averaging like 2.5 recipes a week, which I think is reasonable. 2 to 3 a week. That's what I'm going to do. So once I am done with these 2, I am going to just focus on the other 3 for a little bit. So like the question is, are you going to do other cookbooks? And chances are that I probably will, just because I've been having fun doing this. I really enjoy it, and I've loved these cookbooks so much. And I do like making things, but sometimes I get a little overwhelmed on like, what do I make? You know what I mean? There's a lot of recipes out there. I'm still always on Pinterest browsing things, other websites, food blogs, and occasionally I'll find a recipe out there that I'll mix in. But you know what? I love my cookbooks. I've got a lot of them. I need to start making things out of them. And my love of these have actually spurred me to buy other Disney cookbooks. I don't know if you've noticed, but like in the last year or so, Disney has really released a bunch of cookbooks. So, and I have been buying most of them. So I definitely think I'll continue this at some point. When I do it, I don't know. And I just want to kind of give you a peek of some of the other ones I have and ones that I'm considering. So if you have thoughts or feedback that when I do start looking into adding other cookbooks into this challenge, your opinion will matter to me, for those of you that do actually follow along. So first, the Disney Princess, obviously the Villains Cookbook, which I don't have with me right now, is part of a series. And I've talked about how it also has the Tiana's Cookbook, which I do have here. And I've mentioned, because there's some overlap, I think I've already completed like 10 or 11 recipes out of this cookbook because of the overlap. So this is definitely a strong contender to work in someday, because it's already basically like, a fourth of the way done. Another one that they released that I got, and I'm really actually excited about it, is this one. It's a Christmas cookbook. I love the holidays. I love Christmas. So I'm really excited about this one. So there's a good chance that this one will make its way in there some point. The Princess Healthy Treats Cookbook, there are actually other like 2 that I consider part of that series. And I call series meaning like they look like they have a lot of the same authors. The style of the books looks the same, like the cover, like the size, the pictures, the binding, the artwork inside of it. And anyway, they have 2 others out there. This one is called Tea Party. So this has a lot of fun recipes for things that you may have at a tea party, which I thought was really cool. And then there's this one, which is dedicated to nothing but baking. So this is a lot of like baking recipes, mostly sweets. Looking through it again. I've looked through it a few times. I don't think there's a lot of savory stuff in here. I think this is mostly sweets. Like there's cookies, there's cupcakes, there's cakes, there's bars, there's a lot of things like that. The Disney Parks cookbook, actually, they started releasing a couple other cookbooks in that same vein, or again, I'm saying groupings as well. And there's the one that I have that I'm doing, and then there's this one, the official Disney Parks cookbook for Celebrations cookbook. So this is dedicated to the celebrations that they have, like the festivals, like at Epcot, at Disney California Adventure. I will say, looking through this one is more complex. This one's got some little bit more complex recipes in. So this will definitely be like a step up and a little bit more of a challenge for me. Disney's also kind of done some kind of one-off things. Like I've noticed I have this Pixar one that I got. Pixar, yeah, I love my Pixar movies. So this is kind of a tale of Pixar through the years. You know, I'm doing that Cooking with Magic right now, which is like, you know, Disney through the years and celebrating their 100-year anniversary or whatever it was, and recipes inspired by this. And this is inspired by all the Pixar films that have gone to date. And I think the latest one, let me just check it real quick to make sure I know where I'm ending, I think is Elemental. Yeah, I think the last one's Elemental. So it kind of ended with Elemental, but still fun. There's this other kind of series where I've got two of them, and I think this one's a little bit older. It's called Enchanted Recipes, and there's another one called Enchanted Baking. There's some really interesting, like, this has got some cool kind of, like, design to it. And then finally, hang tight. Something else they've been releasing, there's a bunch of them, and I only have two here with me, is they've been making cookbooks specific to movies and sometimes TV shows that they do. So, for example, I've got one that is Frozen, so all these recipes are Frozen inspired and very Norwegian in style. Or like Lilo and Stitch, for example. These ones are all Lilo and Stitch inspired and have a lot of Hawaiian flair to them. And there's other ones out there. I think there's an Alice in Wonderland. There's a Hocus Pocus. There's even a Percy Jackson. And, you know, so there's a lot of these out there. So I've got some of these too. Because, again, I love this challenge. And I've been finding these cookbooks. And if I get a good deal on them, especially too, I've just been buying them in case I want to do them. So anyway, that is where I'm in. So right now I'm progressing along. I've been really enjoying myself. My plans are to continue to finish these 5 as I promised, to focus on the 2 that I mentioned today, the Healthy Treats and the Princess, to get them done by the end of 2025. And then starting off 2026, I'll just focus on the other 3 that are left. But you may see 1 or 2 of these other ones pop in eventually at some point. And if you have any thoughts on which ones you'd like to see, drop me a comment. Thanks.